What's going on, guys? I'm Tommy, and I'm coming at you with another review. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Jazwares Micro Galaxy Squadron Hera Syndulla's B-Wing. This vehicle, technically called the Blade Wing from Star Wars Rebels, is Hera's vehicle that kind of saves the day in one of the episodes of the show. Really helps out the Rebel Alliance in its infancy here, this invention of the ship made by a Mon Calamari. This vehicle was an exclusive release on Jazwares Vault, an online retailer run through the Jazwares company, where they'll sell sometimes some exclusive releases. This being one of them. This piece was limited to 3,000 pieces, and I'm really excited to open it for you all today. I've been sitting on this review for probably a few months now, and I'm glad that I finally have the chance to unbox this on camera. So as far as the packaging goes, this is the style of packaging that you see with a lot of your individual vehicle Jazwares Vault exclusives. So the entire outer area here is a slip cover that we'll remove later on, but on the front you have your Star Wars logo, a nice little promo shot of the vehicle itself. You have your gold reflective sticker, Jazwares Vault Edition 1 of 3000, your Micro Galaxy Squadron logo. Down here you have your Jazwares logo, the name of the vehicle, and that this is limited edition number 10 from this website. On the top here, I guess I'll just move this way, you have the Star Wars logo, your Micro Galaxy Squadron logo. On the bottom you have all your legalese. Guys, please don't feed this vehicle to your babies. We will not be able to save the Alliance with you feeding this to your babies. On the back you have the standard style of promo. For a lot of the vehicles in this line, you have a hologram image of the vehicle showing you a lot of the different features it includes, as well as a little display card here that you could cut out, either make it a trading card, display card, whatever you want it to be. Some more logos down at the bottom. This is technically a Starfighter class vehicle, and then on the sides here in this kind of clear, I want to say acrylic, you can see the Star Wars and Micro Galaxy Squadron logos, and we can see the ship inside, and then the same can be said about the other side here. So what you do is you remove the slip cover. There's no tape or anything required to do so, and with the slipcover removed, we're then left with the vehicle in the clear case here. They've done a good job displaying it. You have a battle scene going on in the back with a couple TIE fighters looking like they're chasing after the B-Wing. It looks great, but I think it would look better in hand, so let's get this thing opened and we'll check it out. Alright guys, now here's our Blade Wing out of the box. Now ordinarily you would have your figures in this line packaged separately from the vehicle, but with this being a special release, Hera is already inside the Blade Wing. You do also have it already extended into the flight mode, as opposed to a lot of vehicles in the standard lineup that you'll find at Walmart or Target will be in more of a folded up landed form. I did have a little bit of warping on this bottom kind of blaster cannon here. However, it seems to have straightened out all on its own ever since I pulled it out of the packaging, because it's a much more rubbery, malleable plastic. So that's actually huge props to Jazwares that I don't have to heat this up and get it back into place. It's nice and straight now, actually. So let's just take a look at the vehicle. So something that I always admire with the Micro Galaxy Squadron line is the attention to detail with the paint and the sculpt on these vehicles. With the vehicles being the main attraction on this line, I think that it's important to get the details right. I like how a lot of the paint applications with the whites are not clean. They're scratched up, they're dirty, they have a wash over them. It reveals a lot of the panel lining that's sculpted in, and there's a lot of detail here, like extra battle damage, like carbon scoring. You can see all different colors used that work really well with the color of the sculpt of the plastic to give you a nice feel to this vehicle. And I like the deep, vibrant red for the thrusters as well. This vehicle is very well done. You've got a nice dark clear plastic for the hatch here, and I will show you how that works in a second. But again, just admiring the detail of the vehicle. You can see lots of scratching here. None of the paint is cleanly applied, which is very accurate to how this would probably look in universe, and I'm really happy with it. For this being a repaint of the already existing B-Wing from Episode 6, Return of the Jedi, I'm ecstatic with how different this looks, and this is going to be a very striking, visually pleasing piece for my Micro Galaxy Squadron collection. Alright, removing Hera, all you do, as I mentioned earlier, is just open the hatch here. There are two little really small and very well hidden pull tabs there. you can see what they do with a lot of these Jazwares Vault exclusives is they paint the interiors of the ship, which I think is a great detail. Really makes you feel like you're getting something special with these. Even the seat itself is painted, which is awesome. But just taking a look at Hera real quick here. So Hera, as you can see, she's got lots and lots of painted detail. This is a 1-inch scale figure, so you've got lots of painted detail. Her skin tone, her kind of, I guess I'll call them earmuffs. Her flight cap is painted. Lots of different colors. You can see all the differentiation on her flight suit, even with the boots and things like that. They even sculpted in her Blurg 1120 blaster pistol on the leg holster, on the ankle holster there. Very, very nice. But again, all that detail translates over to the back, and honestly, when it comes to a scale this small, any level of paint detail is considered amazing in my opinion, when you have any sort of recognizable details that are specific to that character. And as the series goes on, as they release more and more vehicles, it gets better and better and more intricate. So this Hera is a great inclusion here. She looks awesome. Hera, like most figures in this line, have 2 standard points of articulation. You have a rod that runs through the shoulders, which gives you a swivel of 360 degrees, and you also have a rod that runs through the hips, which acts as a hinge to get you to bend the legs to 90 degrees so that the figure can sit. And we'll actually just go ahead and put Hera right back into the B-wing here, because that's where she's going to be on display anyway. Hera's going to fit in here pretty snugly, so you're going to have to kind of work her in so that her legs want to go underneath the controls. This can actually be a little tricky, but once you get it, you can actually get her to sit in there pretty nicely. She's not going to float around too much, and especially with the hatch down, looks great seeing the figure inside the hatch. So as far as features on this vehicle, you do have the rotating ratcheted joint for the cockpit area, and that ratcheted joint is really nice for the different flight modes of the vehicle. You can have it more upright, you could have it in more of an angled pose, or you can even have it in that landed pose there. The ratchet's really nice, it stays in place, and it keeps everything nice and secure. You're also going to have more ratcheted hinges here for the landed position. Technically, this could be a flight position for the vehicle as well. However, these do go a full 90 degrees so that you can get it and they kind of lock into place for that flight option, that attack option there. And then of course our last feature on this vehicle will be the landing gear. So these work on a hinge as well. They have little pull tabs. One is underneath the main engine of the vehicle, and then the other one is underneath the wing at the bottom of the vehicle here. These slide out really nicely, at least on my copy, and there we go. Now we have the vehicle landed. And that's gonna wrap up my quick little review for this awesome vehicle. This is a great set right here. Unfortunately, at the time of this review, it is sold out on Jazwares Vault, but you might be able to find this at a toy show or on a secondhand market like eBay for a decent price. But if you do come across one, I definitely pick one up. This is a really fun set here, and the vehicle itself just has a lot of play features that really make this feel like a worthy purchase. But with that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this quick little review. If you did and you're not yet subscribed, subscribe to Blitz Transmissions. I've got awesome Star Wars content coming out all the time. If you are an ARC Trooper in my Patreon, you would have seen this review early. If you'd like access to early content, monthly giveaways, and other awesome benefits, check out the link to my Patreon and become an ARC Trooper for just $4.99 a month. If you're a fan of the reviews I do here on YouTube, or you just want to support the YouTube channel more directly, you could also check out my YouTube channel membership, Rancor Battalion. For just 99 cents a month, you get exclusive badges and priority replies in my comment sections. You get to check out my reviews early as opposed to all the content that you get with Patreon, and like the Patreon, you get to vote on what I review next for the channel. If you'd like some Blitz Transmissions swag, you can check out the Blitz Transmissions Armory over on Princify. Link to that is in the description below, as well as links to my Discord and all my social media. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this review. I'll catch you for the next one, and may the Force be with you.
Breaking off all units, fire at will. Squad 2, pick your targets. Too many, Captain. Watch your stabilizer, Gold 6. Anybody cover me. I got 2 vultures on my tail. You've got to hold them here. Watch your left. I can't shake them. I'm hit. Where's our reinforcement?